Jay here from Flipping Cars for Fun. Today I'm going to show you how I took this 2005 Toyota Prius from looking like this to looking like this. Now I bought this car from a dealer only auction and we profited over $2,200 in profit in just 1 week. Today I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process, how much I paid for the car, how much I sold it for, and everything that I had to put into it. Not only that, I'm going to show you how I painted the car as well. Let's get into it. So here's how this whole thing went down. I went to a website called backlotcars.com. This is a dealer only auction. I like it because you can only make offers, you can't bid. I like to just make offers. Now I could see that the car was extremely faded, the hood, the bumper, everything was faded. Now this particular car only had 140,000 miles on it. I went to facebook.com, I compared the prices of what these cars were selling for. Now surprisingly, with over 250,000 miles, these cars were basically selling for over $4,500. I said to myself, with that amount of mileage, I can get way more money than that. Now I made an offer for $2,500. It was accepted. They charged me an arbitration fee, which was $175, $75 plus $165 to get it to me at a total of $2,915. Now at that price, I can really get this thing done. We finally got delivery. This whole side of the car is straight. Good paint on this side, but when you come across to the front, you can see that the hood, the bumper, and everything is faded. This whole thing is gonna have to be painted. See, this fender right here is a little faded. This door is faded, so it looks like we're gonna have to paint the roof, sides, and also the back. It sounds good, no codes. Let's look inside. So as you can see inside, it's pretty clean. Could use a detail. All right, so this will be my first time test driving the car. These Prius are pretty cool. I run off a battery and motor. I'm assuming the motor charges the battery and then you run off the battery. So what I'm gonna do basically is just give it a nice run, see if I can bring it up to like 60, 65, get it up to speed. So far so good. The brakes feel really good. No shaking. We're doing 40 right now, 53, 54, 55, 58, 60. It's feeling good. No shaking, no nothing. Back to the house. Everything is riding good. I thought this side was great. You know what? I might as well sand this down and re-clear it since I'm doing like half the car. You can see on the roof. Gonna go ahead and get some base coat and some clear coat. You know, take everything down to 800 and base coat the car and clear coat the car basically. So here's the plan. So I'm gonna start off with a 400 here. I'm gonna try to wet sand the rest of the car with 800. I'm gonna try to wet sand it and see if I'm able to get around this. Like you see how the paint is peeling over here. I'm gonna see if I can get around that. Okay, as you can see, I ended up having to bring the whole hood down, not the whole thing, but like basically the whole front down to the metal because there was so much pitting, you know, it was so deep, it was to the metal. So I kind of figured it was going to be hard, but I wanted to try it out with like the 320, 220. We ended up having to go down to the 120, bring it down to the metal. And what I'm going to have to do basically is prime it, and then we're going to paint it. So explain what you're doing, man.
2000 grip wet sand, then you polish the lights and they'll be brand new. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All All right, so look at his. He did his car compared to this car. I think that Honda looks better. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. So the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and prime the hood. Okay, pretty much got the hood primed. Now, if you guys saw the way I was spraying, I just want to tell you guys, I got these from Harbor Freight, and they pretty much suck. I saw good reviews on them, but maybe the cans I have suck, but they weren't working good at all. Like when I was trying to spray the going across pattern, it wasn't letting me spray like that. Like the paint was not coming out. I'm gonna sand it down anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this wasn't giving me good coverage at all. I just gotta sand it down flat, obviously, but as you can see, it pretty much made it real like patchy, but this would be easy to kind of sand down flat and then apply our paint. So here are the areas we're gonna hit. We're gonna bondo over here. And we're gonna bondo over here. So very minimal bondo work. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Then we're gonna prime that area and we're gonna get to painting that car. Okay, so during the process of prepping this car, I had to find paint. I went to every paint store in town and almost everybody wanted over $389 for just 2 pints of paint. 1 pint really wouldn't paint the hood and the roof, so I know I needed 2, but $389 was too much. For that, I can get a gallon online and change the whole color of the car, and that's exactly what we did. Now, changing the whole color of the car is way more work. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to spot paint the hood, the roof, and the parts that were faded, and I was going to clear coat the rest of the car. But unfortunately, we had the results of this measure of changing the whole color of the car, and that's exactly what we did here. I hope you guys like this color. Let's get to it. So at this point of the project, we do have the car all taped up and ready to go. I didn't take off the lights and I didn't take off the bumpers because I wanted to make this a quick one. We're just gonna do it like this. So at this point of the project, we're starting to paint. I'm extremely excited. Now, it's extremely hot outside. I don't have a paint booth. I'm trying my best to work with what I have. Now, I'm laying the paint as much as I can. I'm using a slow reducer so that this way it won't dry so fast because it's so hot outside. And then we're watching out for any dirt or nibs in the paint. We want to make sure that we get that at the end. So a little bit of nibs, a little bit of dirt does get in the paint during this process. And at the end of this, I'm going to go ahead and wet sand it and make sure that that paint job is clean. Base coat is done. We're gonna go ahead and switch our tip on our gun, and we're gonna go ahead and do the clear coat. Now, I was gonna take the car to the detail shop, but it really wasn't that bad. The car was really clean inside. There was just stains here and there, and I did have something to take out those stains. I went ahead and used something called Awesome. It's like this stain remover. You pretty much basically spray it on the stain and you can wipe the stain right out. You guys are gonna see that. This is pretty much what I have in this bottle. I sprayed every stain and I basically went over it with a rag and all of the stains came out like nothing. If you guys have like a local Dollar Tree in your area or something like that, look for Awesome. It's called Awesome. Look how it just takes out the stain right here. And pretty much I went ahead and did my own detail and I just got at it. Now that the car was freshly painted and freshly detailed, I went ahead, threw the logos back on the car, took pictures for Facebook Marketplace, listed it for $5,800. We got our first offer at $5,500, in which I accepted. Now the purchase price for the car was $2,915. The clear coat for the car was $60. The paint for the car was $257. The inspection was $21, leaving us at a grand total of $3,253. Now if we minus that $3,253 from $5,500, we came out with a grand total of $2,247 in profit. Now, if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see below. Like the video, it really helps us out. Now go ahead, subscribe. We got another video coming.